Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Frost and Fire episode 18. A little reminder of the community challenge rules and goal. If you'd like to play along, here are the links. They can also be found in the description of the video. To recap last episode, it was a bit of a whirlwind. We agreed to host a few prisoners, and these prisoners were then attacked by about 20 mechs. The prisoners kept going berserk and fighting amongst themselves, and we did win. We completed that quest, and then we were given the Antigran Warhead and a very healthy amount of plasteel. I think it was 114 or something. 106. Then I accepted very, very quickly. I set up a harp and some columns to allow Raptor to have his royal title. He is now a knight in the United Cities. I am pushing towards Praetor next. I'm currently on a quest to host a hunted raccoon. This raccoon is going to be hunted by 2 mech clusters. Also, the raccoon is afflicted with blood rot. So blood rot will periodically require medical attention. It doesn't require medicine every time you tend, just every other time or every third time, something like that. It would help if I added some additional bedding. What else happened? We have been trying to collect as much of the insect meat on the map as we can so that it does not spoil. This will help to feed the crabs, because the crabs, of course, have a voracious diet and chew through everything. And that might sum it up, I think. Raptor at the moment has an undignified bedroom, and he is not wearing night-specific apparel. So both of these things are things I'm going to need to solve soon. The undignified bedroom, I sort of figured we would fix. So eventually at maximum level, you need a 30-tile bedroom. I think what I'll do is set this entire space up for him. Yes, greedy little raptor. Meaning that one of these bedrooms here on the side are going to be repurposed as a standard colonist bedroom. And then he is also going to require, if we take a look at the his maximum demands, right? His maximum demands will eventually be, for the bedroom, a royal bed. So at a night level, the current night level, the bedroom requirements is a double bed. So I can definitely set up a double bed, but I'm going to want to find a better source of gold before I set up a royal bed. Because right now I don't have gold. I have 0 gold. So that's another issue. So we're just trying to keep him happy. Unfortunately for me, the benefit of him being a royal has sucked. He got a bunch of absolutely worthless sidecasts that aren't going to aid me in any way, shape, or form. That's life. It increases the difficulty. Oh, a masterwork bed. That is excellent. Okay. JD's bed is going to be stripped out, so let's go ahead and set him up with a dignified bedroom. Now, it isn't fine floored yet, but it can be eventually. What we're going to do is just bust out some of what we have already set up. So here is going to be the bedrooms. Let me lay these out for my other colonists. And then we have to significantly change the layout of this bedroom, which is totally fine. And I'm not going to necessarily work to make it symmetrical. I'm just going to leave the door here. I will, however, I think for now what I'm going to do is just marble tile it up, and then I'll fine floor it. In the long run, I'll fine floor it with proper carpets and the like. But that's not what I'm going to do right now. Alright, so this bed is... I'm probably going to set it up here, just like all the other bedrooms. So it's not going to be all that symmetrical. It looks weird, and I know it looks weird. Raptor himself, I would like to work towards ground-penetrating radar scans. So I'm going to get him to start working on that, trying to find underground materials that might benefit us. We have an assault. It's a camp guarded by 8 skeletons. Provide every single person in the attack. Summer joins, who's a careful sanguine... Oh, unfortunately for me, she's a researcher, and we already have one. It would also give me goodwill. That could be a possibility because I could use my aid in the goodwill. I'd have to figure this out. Exactly how I want to handle that. So Ariel here doesn't have any blood rot right now. That's great. So this here is going to be Raptor's bedroom. And then down here, we'll do Gabe, Bash, and JD. We do have 3 leftover bedrooms that I'm currently not using. Why are you grabbing one at a time? That is driving me mad. Because both of my constructors are like fighting each other for who does it. Alright, I think I'm going to nudge everything over 1. So, this bedroom should satisfy his needs. It just needs an end table and dresser. Okay, that's easy to do. The end table will make of steel, and the dresser make of steel. Now, it is the right season for Gabe to be... So first off, I can be... Well, here's what I want to do. Raptor, would you bury this guy so that Gabe can mine here and not have to stare at a rotten corpse? That would be terrific. Just because he's royal doesn't mean I'm going to treat him super special. So this turret prevents sappers from wanting to sap... through the mountain. And then this turret prevents them from going through the door. We have a visitor. Enrique Allison. Just a standard visitor. Now, one thing I do know is I don't really need to worry about side focus. I don't have any combat-based sidecasts. I can earn them, given time, but I don't currently have them. So, we do indeed have the bed that we want. The next thing I'm going to need to do is the noble apparel. I'm going to queue this up to be researched before fabrication, which is going to take a while, but I'm not going to do this yet. I'm going to wait until I've got some ground penetrating radar scans done. Hello, Enrique. So Raptor, when you're up, Barry and Hall, and then I will have Gabe and possibly JD if he doesn't have any other work to do to mine steel and to build up our stockpile. Because right now our stockpile of steel is dreadful. We have 65 steel to our name, which is just not very much. Making sure that all of my guys are staying productive, on task. Now, what else? We are heading into the summer, so I definitely want to switch my summer clothing on. And we found uranium. Most excellent. Most excellent indeed. All right. Another thing that is going to be a problem is the wood that I have, right? All right, so Raptor, I don't want you in the really good stuff. This is going to be for Gabe. Raptor, I don't even know what, that wasn't your original color, but whatever. And then Bash, I don't know what you're doing right now, but I want you to force wear your shield belt and then get on the blue duster, I guess. He's going to take off his shield belt again, so I'm just going to force it one more time. All I'm doing here is giving this turret a line of sight over here so that it discourages sappers. Because the more line of sight this turret has, the better. There's an overhead mountain here, which is why I'm not changing that at all. All right. Bash, you are hauling steel. This room is staying nice and cold. Soon it looks like my royal room is going to need some air conditioning. We have a fair bit of cloth. I think some of this cloth is going to go to royal clothing, which means I'm not going to need immediately use it for carpet. And I don't really need to until his royal title goes up. I just wanted to invest a little bit to increase the impressiveness of the room. And we have a guaranteed find in 11 days. So I did sign up a quest to watch the raccoon. And it's possible that we accept the Shuttleborne Assault, given that Raptor has the ability to call in backup and the like. That is not a terrible idea. We're also grabbing a significant amount of uranium, and it would be a good time. What kind of stone do I have? I have some granite. It would be a really, really good time to start to lay out the foundations for permanent defenses. So one of the things I'm going to do, as you can see here, is I'm going to queue up, I'm going to commit to some slug turrets. So let me just demo this. We have, this is the center point. And then let's go up 15 and down 15. That looks about right. Where we are going to want to wall this off like this and like this, possibly carving into the mountain, meaning that this here is my quote-unquote kill box. This is the downrange kill box. It does mean that this steam geyser probably will never be used. This also means that there is a very plentiful amount of space for these slug turrets to have maximum range. So what I'm going to do here is set up a slug turret. I'm going to commit to some structures, I guess is the way to put it. So I'm going to start to lay out, and I don't have enough, obviously I don't have enough blocks for this, but I'm going to start to lay out what I would like for, you know, an entry kill box type thing. I don't necessarily want to look at this giant grid of plans, so I will remove it and hollow it out. Now, steel walls are just not going to hold up. So the idea is to if possible, replace all of the steel, replace the steel walls with stuff that we salvage from Steelies here or other ruins, the limestone ruins out here. It's getting pretty hot, so our ability to do all of this in one season is pretty limited, but it'll be a long-term investment. And unfortunately, a lot of these walls are marble or sandstone, which are just not tough materials. They crumble, they fall apart. They are not very good. Oh, I totally forgot about this pemmican, didn't I? Okay, so some of the bugs ended up rotting. I did not get them butchered in time. And that's on me. It's a drop in the bucket, considering how many mega spiders. I have 19 mega spiders to be butchered, so it is a pretty small drop in the bucket, and it's not that big of a deal. Now, in terms of other structures that are out here, let me go see. I don't think there's really any ruins to the south, as far as I could tell. Nope. East, there's just this pocket and this pocket. This flagstone is not going to be recoverable. Oh, so the merchant, yes. Raptor. I'm going to have you go sell off our weapons that we're not going to need. So, that means revolver, bolties, LMG. I'm going to keep the Molotov. And then installing it in here, I will sell off the LMG and the revolver as well. Perfect. I forgot to do it the last time the weapon merchant was here, and I remember this time. We have a psychic droner. Not a big deal. Another thing I could do is the crab zone. Let's not allow them outside anymore. I mean, I feel bad that they never really see the light of day, but on the other hand, it keeps them... Well, actually, to be honest, this is the season for them to haul. So I think what I'll do is let me paint one more new zone. Let's call this restricted animal hauling. Unrestricted animal hauling. So the unrestricted animal hauling is basically going to allow the crab to go pretty much wherever they please within reason. I'm going to keep them out of bedrooms, throne room, prisons, and the like. I'm going to try to paint these nicely, and this is going to take me a minute. But during the summers, the crabs have a very high limit of temperature tolerance, meaning like they just don't heat stroke very easily. So I can let them essentially haul all of the map, or really anywhere they want to go. So right now what I'm doing is I'm painting the areas that I wouldn't want them to travel in. You know, like my chimneys, because there's no point. Or my throne room because of drugs. Everywhere else is kind of free game. So this zone here will be inverted. I've sold all the drugs except for the wort here. I think the wort I need to specifically allow it to be kept in the freezer because it's just going to spoil out there. So let's not allow them in here either because they'll cook. And in this chimney either. I don't really care about I mean, I don't think they're going to go into the chimney areas, but I don't want them in there anyway. So if I invert this zone, this is a zone for Cauterize to help haul whatever Cauterize wants to haul. It really doesn't matter because everything is free game. Because Cauterize here, if you check his heat, he's good until 200 let's call it 240 or 115 Celsius, which is, we're nowhere close. I mean, it's cold compared to that temperature, so no problem there at all. All right, so we're getting the initial wall here, and Gabe is going to start to cut down this mountain that kind of is in the way, and I'm hoping none of it is overhead mountain. A bulk goods trader. That is really good news. So the bulk goods trader is really important because bulk goods is stuff like blocks and wood, which we need badly. Very, very, very badly. So, bulk goods. Let's see. We've got scraps of leathers that I don't think I'm going to be able to utilize. I'm going to keep the crab because the current crabs that I have are probably going to slough off their coats soon, meaning that I can make a pretty penny. Damaged clothing, older clothing, I can get rid of. Poor shirts. I will need to start replacing the parka, so I'm going to sell this parka and make a mental note that I'm going to need to replace it. Same with the toques. Replacing the toques, all the cotton cowboy hats, the Eltex skull cap. I don't necessarily want my I don't want Raptor to wear a Eltex skull cap. That's just not for him. I could buy the gold for the royal bed. The question is, of course, am I going to need a royal bed soon? Like, is it worth buying the gold? It does cost 50 gold, so I'm probably going to side on no. But what I am going to do is buy a ridiculous amount of wood. And this is so that I can, and limestone. This is so that I can build my, like, security, my quote-unquote kill box, and keep the braziers on. Because, of course, if they're off, it's not a throne room anymore, and it makes them sad. Alright, that is a lot of limestone. Not enough stored. So, obviously, it's not going to be symmetrical. It's going to be granite on this corner here and limestone, kind of the rest of it. Now, I have it coming out this far because this piping, this uncovered metallic pipes, does not support weight. You can't build heavy objects on it, so I'm not really going to be able to build my turrets there, which is why I've set it up the way I have. Bash and JD are both set up to do high priority constructions, so I'm going to let them just go. And then Cauterize is helping to haul in steel and the like, which is great. Many hands make short work of this stuff. All right, I think the rest of this I can all mine out. It's fine. Now, I don't have that sort of panic room that I referenced where we have deadfall traps. I haven't built that yet. Another thing I'm going to do is, in this row, I'm going to put cotton. I'm going to plant some more cotton for clothing and the like. So we're going to need it. Raptor's back on the ground penetrating scanner. And at some point, oh, you already did it. So we do have the ability to deep drill here if we need to for uranium. So there is a lot of uranium to be had in that spot, which means that the slug turret is going to be very, very easy to use. I'm going to worry about the walls first, and then I will worry about I'll worry about other things. The walls. So in this building here, I definitely failed to add some doors. So I'm going to add limestone doors top and bottom. And then halfway up, I'm going to add some limestone doors just in case we need to get out. Just in case we need a way out. That's going to be important. Now, we've had this droner for a while. I really hope it goes away. And unfortunately, our bedroom's kind of got a little dirty. Raptors is somewhat impressive still, but... Aerial. Blood rot of 0%. My goodness. I have not had to tend you much. Oh, and here's our mortar. Fantastic. So one thing I'm going to need to do with the mortar is... Ooh, found some steel. Deep in the mountain, so not super useful. Raptor, let's have you continue the ground penetrating scanner until it's prohibitive to have this unroofed. Until the point where we really can't keep this temperate, and then we'll close this up for the season. We'll try to do our scans mostly seasonally. I think that's kind of a smart, responsible way to do it. Another little project I wanted to build, is the... is the mortar shell box. It's a very, very, very expensive little project, I grant you. But it will keep our shells secured, and that's a very, very important thing to me. Alright, I'll just wall this all up. It's that little shell box. Because eventually this is going to be a geothermal Jenny, and I will repurpose that as such. Oh my god, why are you walking through there? Scan some more steel. It is not close and not helpful, but that's alright. This baby crab, being trained in the ways of hauling. It is getting a little bit too hot here. I don't think this is going to combust. But I don't want to risk it either. So, Bash, can I get you to sidetrack and build a little bit of this? Oh, don't drop your blade. Construct. Okay, it's already roofed off. That's perfect. So this zone here, I'm just going to be lazy and just paint it over like this. Perfect. Okay, and this whole facility, let's just roof it up. Because I don't like to see it like flaming. Just a personal preference. I think it's fine. I don't want to see it look like it's going to get set on fire. I'm going to put a door in here, even though it's a little expensive, because we can hide in this nook if we need to. And let me break this wall now, because I feel like we are going to enormous efforts with JD to avoid going through that, which is just not worth doing. So the shell of this is built. I just need to put the turrets in. That's pretty cool. I'm also sort of wondering where my mech clusters are, because this hunted raccoon shuttle arrives in 7 days. I think I'm going to go agree to the attack. I'm going to go agree to the shuttleborne attack tomorrow morning. Maybe after I caravan this stuff or haul this stuff back in. I'll caravan it. Oh, this beer is already fully fermented. Let's use the wort. If the beer is fully fermented, I'm going to turn these into cotton probably as well. So, once JD's up, we'll head on out. I think what I need to do first, we did just manage to do some tending to the raccoon, like just moments ago. But it's going to be important to make this quick. So there's the shuttle. Set to load all of me. Everybody hop in. Psychic Soothe Male, which we're sadly going to miss a portion of. So my crab's going to hold down the base. And this is going to render an attack. And of course it's honor plus camp loot. So camp loot is just whatever we can find, finders keepers. And we can load the camp loot back into the shuttle. So here is the attack. All right. There is 8 of them. They're lightly armed. They're really not that armed, actually. I want to pick an approach. And then, of course, I could just call in aid from a trooper squad and really limit my exposure. Now, the only issue is that these Marines have a temperature tolerance that might not be... They might overheat. But I guess that's not really my problem. So here's BT. He's the only one coming to me. Another thing I could do for the camp loot, sessile trees. I'm basically here to sort of loot as much as I can, to make as much money as I can. So it's not just about the combat for me. Except for, of course, if it looks like I'm going to lose. Let's retake cover. Yeah, because JD's getting spring-batted. We're hiding behind slag, but it's not a lot of cover. Yeah, as you can see. Oh, wow. JD got spring-batted in the heart. He didn't die, but ouch. Yeah, I should have taken it more seriously. I didn't realize how essentially ineffective. Well, you know, it's not that my trooper squad is ineffective. It is that Reapers are just scary. They're just really dangerous enemies. I think is the probably the more accurate assessment of the situation. So JD is up to snuff. We've shot his... Yeah, he's now unarmed, this guy. Gabe, switch targets. I'm going to choke up a little bit because nobody's really aiming at me. And we are through. That's all of them. All right. So now I can go ahead and claim the base. I'm going to break down everything that there is to break down. I want to try to maximize the amount of resources I get from this mission, meaning that the shuttle will come back and pick me up, but if I run around and break these steelies, like this granite one, I can claim a whole bunch of granite blocks, or all of the ship chunks for components. So I'm going to try to absolutely maximize my profit here. This is a cosmetic ship part, so that doesn't actually have anything. And here's another Steely. So yeah, let's max this out. Raptor, I don't know what you're doing, but let's have you go inside. Oh, you know what? There's an active turret. That is what's going on. And they have an odd sessile tree farm here. Alright, so if they have an active turret, let's deconstruct the wire. Well, that didn't do it. There must be a battery in here or something. I'll just uninstall it. Alright, so they have some basic weapons. Alright, now this will be my turret. So we can start to set the load, everything. Here, Raptor, claim that door, go inside. And we'll get as much of the wood as we can from whatever full-grown trees. At this point, I don't even really care if it's full-grown. I'll just set up a harvest. And I'm going to need to leave at some point, right? I have a timer, so the idea is to just sort of maximize what I can take from here before I have to leave. So, steel beds. I can just start picking up weapons. The samurai helmets I can't use, so I'm going to leave them behind. Kenshi specific apparel is for Kenshi only. You know, the enemies only, so... So in the shuttle down here, I can set to load items, which is going to allow me to take, you know, kind of whatever I want. Now, some of the stuff that I've loaded up already, I have on my person. So what I'm going to do is just break down as much stuff as I can, as quickly as I can, so I have more stuff to load. So, you know, essentially, let's go to... Oh, I got a blood spider hunting me. That's not good. Ouch. Didn't shoot it in time. Ooh, Raptor just lost a whole bunch of toes. Yeah, blood spiders are very weak, but if they hit you, they hurt a lot. I'm trying to put some distance. I really should have been more careful. Costed me some good toes. Gabe knows something about that. There we are. There is no way that these blood spiders are done. They're going to keep nipping at me, so I'm going to preemptively... How many are there? There's 4 more. Alright, Gabe, you keep working. JD, I don't know what you're doing, but... What I should be doing is something like this. Setting up a stockpile zone around the shuttle so we can get on out of here quickly. Once I'm set to load everything. Alright, so my allies are leaving, and they're getting blood spidered as well. I only really want to harvest the trees that are going to yield something to me. Alright, so now Raptor's on it, and blood spider hunting Bash, yeah, that's a really bad idea, because Bash is designed to kill you. Yes, he's very good at it. I told you. So I'm obviously more worried about the steel than the components over the steel. Yeah, that sword I have is no joke. Who wants the honor? Raptor. And then, of course, I do need to get home soon because these, you know, the base doesn't take care of itself, and it is a bit of a, it's a bit risky to leave them unattended. All right, JD, you're hauling the components. Bash is hauling the... Okay, so JD, I think the granite is really, really important. So I'm going to make an effort to haul that as sort of a priority. And because of the rarity of wood, as odd as that sounds, because wood is so rare on this metallic planet. Oh boy. Well, there's my mech cluster. First one. Countdown of 5 days. This mech cluster isn't that dangerous. Some scythers and a lancer and a bunch of turrets that all share a common dead point. It's not too bad. All right, JD, once you're done hauling those, what can we haul next? You haul these granite blocks. I'm trying to just maximize my granite and my wood, as oddly as that's kind of what I care about. Components are nice, don't get me wrong, but granite and wood, just I don't get a lot of it back home. And I'll go until I think I'm risking like breaks. Raptor. I don't think I'm done with you, buddy. He's like, no, stop. I want to be left alone. And sorry about all the panning around the map. I know that sometimes that bothers you guys, but it's, I would say, rather unavoidable in my circumstance right now. Alright, I am going to have to get out of here pretty soon because A, the episode's going to end, and B, all of my guys are going to have mental breaks if I don't. Okay, I think, where am I? I don't even... I don't want to actually reform the caravan. So let's go pick up these components like this, stuffing in our pockets. And haul the ones up top. All right, everybody is basically going to sleep, so I think it's time to boogie. Or we're going to have a mental break and we'll have a whole different problem on our hands. All right, so Gabe, before you come, just grab his... I know there was a little bit of wood left, but I'm going to ignore it for mental break reasons. Okay, so set to load all my guys. And all of my earnings here. I think that's about it. Launch. And here we are. And then this is just going to fart out all of the stuff that I got. Actually, I honestly could have loaded more. But I'm pretty happy with the amount that I just grabbed. Block-wise, component-wise, you know, 50 components. An extra battery, which is nice. You know, everything else. 270 wood. And then, of course, the honor. Raptor is now a level 6 knight. And he's working his way up to Praetor. We do have some wounds here. Let me tend to one another. Oh, and the new baby crabs. They're all just going to be called baby crab. Because I'm just that unoriginal. Well, guys, this is all the time I have. This was the last pre-recorded Frost and Fire episode. So that means that I'm able to incorporate your feedback from here on out. So if you have any, let me know in the comments below, and I might mention it next episode. Thank you so very much for watching. I will catch you all next episode. Farewell, everybody, and if you're trying this out for yourself, good luck.